back. Here's some more breaking news that I had promised you. Brij Bhushan Singh is defiant. Mantri stepped in, said that he is stepping aside so that a fair probe can happen. But the WFI, the Wrestling Federation of India, has replied to the Sports Ministry and has said that there is no scope for arbitrariness and mismanagement. The WFI chief, Brij Bhushan Singh, kept best interest of wrestlers in mind, calls claims by wrestlers malicious and unfounded, protesters acting in personal interest. This is the response by Brij Bhushan Singh, the Wrestling Federation of India's chief, to the Sports Ministry. Remember, he had 72 hours to respond to it. All through yesterday, you know, one thought that he would speak to the media because he said that he would hold a briefing, but that didn't happen. Eventually, now you have this statement. Now, Aishwarya, even before a probe, Brij Bhushan Singh, look at his, audacity. He's giving himself a clean sheet.
Well, that's right, and that's the letter that has been written by the Wrestling Federation of India to the Sports Ministry. Now, to put into the perspective, Vinesh Fogart and the other wrestlers who were sitting on a dharna had written two letters, one to the Indian Olympic Association and other to the Sports Ministry, to which earlier the Sports Ministry said that because Wrestling Federation of India is an autonomous body and IOA has to deal with all the allegation and the corruption charges regarding the association, so the IOA will deal with this. But yesterday, after the wrestlers continued their protest, Sports Minister intervened, and yesterday, after a long 5 hours meeting, Sports Ministry also decided that they will also form a committee which will investigate into the sexual harassment allegation cases, which will investigate into the financial irregularities in the WFI, until the time these report will not be submitted by the committee constituted by the Sports Ministry. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh will set aside from the day-to-day working. Now, the 72 hours time which was earlier given by the Sports Ministry to the WFI to that letter, now the WFI has written back to the Sports Ministry, and in this letter the WFI had been clearly backing Brij Bhushan Sharan even after serious allegations without any investigation which is yet to be started, in which one of the very important point in this letter which the WFI has written, in which they have said that the manner and the method of the protesters and wrestlers to air their allegations by sitting on a dharna and also doing press conferences certainly is a part of deeper and larger conspiracy for the vested interest, either by putting pressure on some weak wrestlers for vested interest or for gaining ground for themselves by maligning and defaming the management of WFI, the president or the coaches, and not otherwise. And therefore the reason perhaps they are backing, in this 8-page letter written by the WFI, they have also showcased the medals that the wrestlers got during the tenure of Brij Bhushan Sharan and the good work that he has done. But on the other side, they have kept completely silent on the sexual harassment allegations leveled by these wrestlers.
This is what people call victim shaming. And this is from a man who almost slapped you, Aishwarya, that evening when I was asking him questions. My first question was, will you resign? And he got agitated and left the interview in 3-4 minutes. And towards the end, you were almost assaulted, thrown out of his house. Karishma is also joining us. Karishma, I am not surprised by the response of Brij Bhushan Singh, knowing the man.
Well, it's absolutely. She has the image that has submitted to the Ministry categorically said that all of sexual misconduct are malicious and unfounded, and that no ever came to the Sexual Harassment Committee. Now, what WFI is using in its defense is the fact that Sakshi Malik is a member of that Sexual Harassment Committee, and why she never put these cases forward, that these wrestlers are now saying that there are multiple cases of sexual exploitation. But the WFI is also at fault, because as far as Sexual Harassment Committee is go. One, you need to have a woman member as a chairperson, not a male member. And secondly, majority of the members need to be women. So the Wrestling Federation of India has made a big blunder over there as far as the sexual harassment committee is there. But Sakshi Malik also not answering questions as to why there were no complaints or why she did not take suo motu cognizance if there were complaints of sexual allegations, if there were, misconduct on part of Brij Bhushan Sharan. Where are the complainants? This is something that the Sports Ministry has also been asking the wrestlers, and this is something that the Wrestling Federation of India has written in its letter, that this is unsubstantiated claims that have been made by the wrestlers, and that there is a larger and deeper conspiracy behind what is happening in the national capital, what was happening for the last 3 to 4 days when the wrestlers were sitting on Jantar Mantar at protest. But it is a very, very detailed letter. They say there is no corruption in WFI. We only work to promote wrestling. They have listed out all the
and
medals.
it doesn't stop here, Karishma. This does not stop here. While Brij Bhushan Singh is defiant, Vinod Tomar, who's the Assistant Secretary of the Wrestling Federation of India, he's told Times Now that Brij Bhushan Singh will actually be attending the meeting tomorrow. Let's play that out.
प्रेसिडेंट साहब ने गवर्नमेंट को लिख दिया कि भाई मैं एक जांच समिति बन गई हैगी, जांच हो रही हैगी, तो मैं अपने आप को 4 हफ्ते तक इससे जब तक जांच नहीं हो जाती मैं अपने आप को दूर रखूंगा मैं। और उन्होंने लिखत में भी दे दिया वहाँ पर, तो वो जब तक जांच पूरी नहीं हो जाती है तो अपने आप को अलग रखेंगे। लेकिन क्योंकि जनरल काउंसिल इमरजेंसी मीटिंग कॉल करी है, हमारे मेंबर सारे हैं, तो एटलीस्ट इतना बड़ा इश्यूज हुआ है तो एक डिस्कशन तो आपस में करना जरूरी है कि भाई ऐसा है, आखिर क्या है, भाई पूछा जाएगा कि हर मेंबर्स की राय लीजिए। वैसे तो टेलीफोनिकली सबसे राय ले ली गई हैगी और सारे जो है ना इस बात को डिनाई करते हैं, इस एलिगेशन को डिनाई करते हैं।
सिग्नेटरी अधिकारों के पास नहीं होगा, वो केवल बैठक में जा सकते हैं अपनी बात रखने के लिए।
देखिए हाँ, बैठक एज ए प्रेसिडेंट वो कल की मीटिंग नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि जितनी भी जनरल काउंसिल मीटिंग होती है अंडर द चेयरमैनशिप ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट होती है, लेकिन वो कल की मीटिंग वो चेयर नहीं करेंगे।
कौन करेगा मीटिंग को
नहीं, सेक्रेटरी जनरल है मिस्टर वीएन प्रसूद, वो करेंगे।
Okay, Brij Bhushan Singh and the Federation defiant, even as the protesters, the wrestlers are champions, refuse to back down. Aishwarya, Karishma, thank you for joining us with the latest. We will keep coming back to you for more as we go along on this big story. Taking a quick break, viewers. Lots more lined up on the other side. Please stay with us.